Alhamdulillah, wassalatu wassalam ala rasulillah wa ala alihi wa ashabihi wa man wala amma ba'du. Then yesterday we stopped at as-sadaqa tudfi'u al-khati'ata kama yudfi'u al-ma'u an-nar. That charity or sadaqa extinguishes or puts out the sins just like water extinguishes or puts out the fire. Sheikh Abdul Muhsin al-Qasim Allah yahfadhuhu, he said, ذكر الصوم والصدقة والصلاة الرجل. And we said that as-sawm wa sadaqa and salah, all of these are mansub because they are maf'ulun bihi. They are the object of what was mentioned. ذكر, he mentioned, as-sawm wa sadaqa wa salat al-rajuli, and the salah of a man fi jawfil layl, in the middle of the night. In the middle of the night. Yani, meaning, man arada an tartafi'a, and because it's appearing before a verb, tartafi'a. It has an ayn there after an. The ayn has a fatha on it after the an, the particle an. An tartafi'a, from ra fa ayn, meaning to raise up and to elevate. Man arada, whoever wants to, an tartafi'a, to raise or elevate, darajatahu, his level, daraja, his level, bi'idhnillah, with the permission of Allah, yukthiru, min siyami nafilati. He increases in the fasting of the optional fast, basically. وَلِيُكْثِرُوا, and his lam is a lam of emphasis. وَلِيُكْثِرُوا min as-sadaqa, from sadaqa. فَإِنَّهَا تُطْفِئُ, just like in our hadith, تُطْفِئُ al-khati'ata, for verily it, sadaqa or siyam and nafila, they put out the fire, right? Kama yutfi'u al-ma'u an-nara, just like the water puts out or extinguishes the fire. They put out sins just like water puts out or extinguishes fire. Yani, meaning, لو كانت نار, low, if, كانت narun, the fire was mushta'ilatan, nar here is ismu kana marfu', while mushta'ila is khabru kana mansub, right? Mushta'ila comes from sheen ayn lam, but ishta'ala mushta'ila means to be lit, right? To be to basically to have the fire started. It started, right? وَتُطْفِئُوهَا بِالْمَاءِ, وَتُطْفِئُوهَا بِالْمَاءِ, and you put it out with water, right? If the fire was going, and then you put it out with water. فَكَذَلِكَ, so likewise, as-sadaqatu tamhaqu from mim ha qaf. Here means to wipe out or to get rid of, right? Tamhaqu al-dhanuba. As-sadaqa, it's feminine here with this ta. Tamhaqu, right? If you had something else that wasn't feminine, for instance, al-amr bil maruf, yamhaqu al-dhanub, right? Then it puts out the sins. Wal khataya, and the mistakes. Dhunub and khataya, you could say maybe one of them is major and one of them is minor, right? Which I think Ibn al-Qayyim chooses one of them. I'm not sure right now which one. But dhunub is definitely sins, and khataya can sometimes be used as mistakes. Here, basically, one would be major sins and minor sins, but it escapes me right now which one is which, right? Wal maqsood, and the intention here, or what is meant here, is as-saga'ir. As-saga'ir, the small ones, the plural of sagir, meaning the small sins, the minor sins, not the major sins. Right? ذكر الصوم والصدقة وصلاة الرجل في جوف الليل يعني من أراد أن ترتفع درجته بإذن الله يكثر من صيام النافلة وليكثر من الصدقة فإنها تطفئ الخطيئة قال كما يطفئ الماء النار يعني لو كانت نار مشتعلة وتطفئها بالماء فكذلك الصدقة تمحق الذنوب والخطايا والمقصود الصغائر. Any questions? وصلاة الرجل في جوف الليل, and the prayer of a man in the middle of the night. And we said this A has a sukoon on it. It means the same as يعني. A meaning تطفئ الخطيئة كما يطفئ الماء النار, that it puts out the sins or extinguishes the sins just like water extinguishes the fire. وتلا النبي صلى الله عليه وسلم تتجافى جنوبهم عن المضاجع يدعون ربهم خوفا وطمعا. Right? تتجافى, we said, means that they forsake جنوبهم عن مضاجع. They forsake their sides. عن المضاجع, from their beds, meaning they don't lay down on their sides in the bed. Right? يدعون, they're calling ربهم. Calling who? ربهم. خوفا وطمعا. خوفا, these are both considered a hal, meaning a condition or a state. The condition or the state of the person is mansub. So how he does something, how do they call on their Lord? يدعون ربهم. How do they call on him? خوفا, with fear. They call on him with fear. This is a description of the way that they call on him. خوفا وطمعا. And طمعا here, ta mim ain, not ta ain mim with food, but ta mim ain, meaning with hope. خوفا وطمعا. They do it out of fear and they also do it out of hope. That's how they call on their Lord. حتى بلغ, until he reached. بلغ, to reach. فلا تعلم نفس ما أخفي لهم من قرة أعين جزاء بما كانوا يعملون. فلا تعلم, so it doesn't know. نفس, the soul doesn't know, or a person doesn't know. And nafs is feminine. That's why we have ta'lam with a ta, not ya'lam with a ya. Right? Nafs is a feminine word. فَلَا تَعْلَمُ نَفْسٌ مَا أُخْفِيَ لَهُمْ. The person doesn't know, or a soul doesn't know. مَا أُخْفِيَ. What? أُخْفِيَ, what is hidden? From خَفَى, خَا, فَا, ya, or alif maksura. أُخْفِيَ here is passive. Not it hides, but what is hidden. Lahum, for them. Min kurrati a'yunin. Right? From kurratu ayn is like saying you're the apple of my eye. And sometimes it's translated like that, the apple of my eye. Kurratu ayn, or the pleasure of my eye. Right? The pleasure of my eye. فلا تعلم نفس ما أخفي لهم من قرة أعين. They don't know, a soul doesn't know, or a person doesn't know what is hidden for them from the pleasures of the eye. جزاء, as a reward. بما كانوا يعملون, for what they used to do. النبي عليه الصلاة والسلام لم يكن, and this was originally yakun with a waw, but because of the lam making it medzum, we dropped the waw, right? Lam yakun yad'u. Here, this is not from dua, right? It's not from the word dua, but rather it's from the word da, like to leave something, right? We say he didn't make dua qiyam al-layl, la fi safar wa la fi hadar, la, right? Although yad'u could look like this. Yad'u could look like this if it was medzum, right? It would be yad'u normally, but if it was medzum, it would have just the ayn. Here, it means to leave something. He didn't leave. Qiyam al-layl. What didn't he leave? Qiyam al-layl. Qiyam al-layl mudaf ilayh. He didn't leave qiyam al-layl. He didn't leave praying in the night. La fi safarin, not in traveling. Wa la fi hadarin, and not when he was present, or what sounds better, resident. La fi hadarin, and not in residence. When he was at home, he didn't leave it either, right? La fi hali mardihi, not in the condition of his, or the state of his sickness. Wala fi hali sihhatihi, and nor in the state of his health, or his well-being. Sihha, like the word sahih, right? It doesn't have any sickness. It doesn't have any weakness. طيب. وفي حال مرضه, and in the state or condition of his sickness, yusalli, he prayed, وهو جالس, and he was sitting. ويصلي في السفر, and he prayed in his traveling. إن تيسر له, tayassara meaning from ya, sin, ra, but here's form 5. Tayassara, if it was made easy, lahu, ila al-qiblati, he prayed in traveling. Wa yusalli fi safari, and he prayed in traveling. In tayassara lahu ila al-qibla, if it was easy for him towards the qibla. If it was made easy for him, he prayed towards the qibla. وَإِن لَمْ يَتَّيَسَّرْ, وَإِن لَمْ يَتَّيَسَّرْ, right, مجزوم after lam, إِلَى غَيْرِ الْقِبْلَةِ, and to other than the qibla. So if it wasn't easy for him to pray towards the qibla, then he prayed to other than the qibla. And this is in the nafil salat. This isn't in the obligatory prayer. This is in the nafil salat. وَيُكْثِرُ وَيُكْثِرُ وَيَطِيلُ مِنَ الصَّلَاةِ فِيهَا. وَيُكْثِرُ, meaning he increased, or he did in abundance. وَيَطِيلُ, and he lengthened, from the word tul, or tawil, and he lengthened min as-salat fiha. He lengthened the salat, basically. He did more salat, and he did a longer salat fiha, meaning in his traveling, or in his sickness, right? In his sickness. probably referring back to his mardihi. And Allah knows best, right? And then let me see uh, where we can get to. Let's go. We'll go down one line, inshallah. والقيام والقيام and the standing والركوع and his bowing حتى until قرأ يوما he read one day يوما he read one day بالبقرة والآل عمران والنساء في ركعة واحدة. He read all of them in one rak'ah. Al-Baqarah wa Ali Imran wa Nisa. Subhanallah. Subhanallah. Any questions? Maybe we don't go a month with reading Baqarah, Ali Imran, and Nisa outside of Salat. And he read it in one rak'ah, right? Fadl Abdullah, Iqra lana. Say that again. Yutfi'u. No, okay. I don't know why it sounds like you say k, yukfi'u, but maybe it's just my hearing is bad. So what is that? You do what? No. And Naam, go ahead. طيب. حالي مرضه is مضاف إليه. There's not حالٍ, just حالي مرضه. لم يتيسر. What does lam do to the verb that follows it? بقري. No. No, not بقري. It's not بقري. It's not بقري. No. What's that Tamabuda there? Just for pretty looks? No, not بقري. بقرتي. What's the Tamarbuda? What sound does a Tamarbuta make? بقرتي. بقرتي. البقرة. البقرتي. No, so what's the Tamarbuta do then? Just there to make the page pretty? Imran. Imran. Ali Imran. Imran. No, Imran. No. No. Yeah, just stop there, inshallah. Yalla Abba Sumayya. ترتفع. أن ترتفع ترتفع درجته. No. As I look up here in this last line on this page, ويكثر ويطيل من الصلاة فيها والقيام, it should be والقيام والركوع. Why? Even though you could get away with it because of the comma or the pause, right? ويكثر ويطيل في القيام والركوع, right? So he mentions he does more and he lengthens the salat as well as he does more and lengthens the qiyam and the ruku'. So they should be majroor, and Allah knows best, right? He says, قال جابر, Jabir, he says, radiallahu anhu, Jabirun, وركوعه ركوعه قريبا من ذلك. Subhanallah. قال ثم سجوده قريبا من ذلك. So he said his ruku' was close to that. قريب, قريبا من ذلك. It was close to that, meaning the length of Al-Baqarati wa Ali Imrani wa An-Nisa'i. So he made his ruku' that long as well. وقال ثم سجوده قريب من ذلك. So his sujood was likewise قريب من البقرة وآل إمران والنساء. يعني يركع, meaning يركع, he made ruku' يركع بمقدار ما يقرأ ما يقرأ بالبقرة وآل إمران والنساء. He would make ruku' بمقدار. Miqdar is from the word qadr, right? Meaning the amount. بمقدار. To the amount ما يقرأ بالبقرة. To the amount of what he recited in Baqarah wa Ali Imran wa Nisa. وَالسُّجُودُ كَذَلِكَ. And his sajda was like that as well. Right? وَصَفَتْ عَائِشَةُ وَوَصَفَتْ عَائِشَةُ رضي الله عنها. وَصَفَت coming from wa, sad, fa. We know this word, it says sifa. وَصَفَ يَصِفُ sifa. وَصَفَت عَائِشَةُ رضي الله عنها. She described salatahu. What did she describe? Salatahu. مفعول به منصوب. She described his salat. فقالت. So she said, فلا تسأل عن طولهن. فلا تسأل. So do not ask. عن طولهن. On their length. Here, hinna. Tuli hinna. Right? Hinna. Hinna here, meaning the length of the rak'ah, or the salat, or the ruku', or the sujood, right? Hinna. Now, normally when we talk about something ghayrul aqil, we say feminine singular, ha. فَلَا تَسْأَلْ عَنْ طُولِهَا. But here shows that that's not always the case. That's not always the case, right? وَحُسْنِهِنَّ وَحُسْنِهِنَّ. And their goodness, their length, and their how good they were, like how perfect and complete they were. Husni. Right? Hinna. هذا أمر آخر. طول الطول طويلة. هذا أمر آخر. This is another affair. This is another matter. الطول طويلة. The length, it was long. Meaning, you want to talk about how long it was? Atul tawilatun. Not only did he not leave it in his sickness, not only even when he was sick, he prayed sitting down. When he was traveling, he faced the qibla and he didn't face the qibla, but he never left it. And he lengthened in them. Atul tawila. The length was long. وَكَانَ يَقُومُ. وَكَانَ يَقُومُ. He used to stand مِنَ اللَّيْلِ. From the night. حَتَّى تَتَفَطَّرَ. It's not تَتَفَطَّرُ, but تَتَفَطَّرَ. After حَتَّى becomes mansub. تَتَفَطَّرَ comes from fa, ta, ra. Here it's form 5, meaning to split. قدماه. قدماه. What is this alif here for? قدماه. What is that there for? Say it again. Yeah, his 2 feet. Nah. It is قدمان. قدمان, right? But because we added the ha, then when we add that pronoun, then we lose our noon. Right? قدماه. Until he used to, كان يقوم من الليل حتى تتفطر قدماه. صلى الله عليه وعلى آله وسلم. He used to stand at night until his feet would crack. They would split. تتفطر, to split. وفي رواية, and in one narration, تتشقق. قدماه. his 2 feet cracked. تتشق, to crack. ومعنى تتفطر or تتفطر, and the meaning of this تتفطر, تنشق, right? تنشق, meaning to crack, as we already explained, right? تنشق. ويخرج, and to come out or to leave out, الدم, and for blood to come out, minha, from them, meaning from his feet. لأن الإنسان because a person إذا أطال القيام, if he lengthened, أطال, if he prolonged, القيام, the قيام, يخرج الدم, then blood will come out, من أسفل قدميه, here's قدمي and not قدماء. Here's قدماء over here, and the other time that appeared تتشقق قدماه, it is with an alif because it is the fa'il, his feet cracked, right? His feet split. Here قدميه, here is majroor with a ya because it is mudaf ilay, right? So قدميه, right? Asfala is mamnu min as-sarf, so it's majroor with a fatha, min asfala qadamayhi, then from the lowest part of his feet, the bottom, the bottom part. Asfal from sin fa lam, safal or sufal, meaning the low part, the low. Asfal, the lowest, the last part of his feet, the heels of his feet. Wallahu azza wa jal, and Allah azza wa jal amarahu an yakuma, mansub after an, to stand nisf al-layl, to stand how much? Nisf al-layl, half the night. O dunahu, or less than that. O akthara minhu, or more than that. Yani قرابة, subhanallah, قرابة خمس أو 4 ساعات. قرابة from qaf ra ba, like the word qarib, close to. قرابة, close to. خمس أو 4 ساعات, 5 or 4 hours. Subhanallah. والنبي صلى الله عليه وسلم, and the Prophet صلى الله عليه وسلم, يصلي, he prayed, الليلة كل يوم, he prayed the night, meaning the night prayer, كل يوم, every day. How often? Every day. كل يوم. ليس, not, فقط, not only, في رمضان. Ramadan is mamnu min as-sarf, majroor with a fatha. Not only in Ramadan did he pray qiyam al-layl, بل كل يوم, rather every day. كل يوم, every day. هذه, this. عبادته, this is هذه عبادته. كل, نعم, كل, because it's ظرف الزمان, the ظرف of the time, so it's mansub. كل يوم. هذه عبادته, this is his worship. عبادته. في الليل, in the night. عليه الصلاة والسلام. هذه عبادته في الليل عليه الصلاة والسلام. This is his ibadah at night عليه الصلاة والسلام. Let's read to there and then we will scroll down inshallah. Fadl Abdullah. Now, وقال جابر قال جابر well, what? There you go. No. ووصفت وفي what? No, wafi before that. Radaya, that's a dal. نعم يلا أبا سمية. تتفطر. No. Let's see if we can finish this paragraph, inshallah. If it's too much, I could just read it and then you guys can read it the next day, no problem. فَيَنْبَغِي لِلْمُسْلِمِ. So it is incumbent, يَنْبَغِي. We said this means from ba, ghain, ya. Here, يَنْبَغِي, meaning to, it's important, it's necessary, it's incumbent upon the Muslim, for the Muslim, lil Muslim. Ala, to not, that he does not. It's a contraction of an plus la, right? Ala yad'u qiyam al-layl, that he does not leave. Yad'u qiyam al-layl, he does not leave what? Qiyam al-layl, the prayer at night. Mutlaqan, meaning mutlaqan, meaning unrestrictedly or ever. He should never leave qiyam al-layl. He should never leave qiyam al-layl. Walau shay'an yasiran. Law shay'an yasiran, even if it was something small. Min waqtihi, right? Min waqtihi. Walau nisfa sa'atin, if it was half of an hour, if it was half hour. Walau sa'atin, or walau sa'atin, or an hour, right? If it was nisfa sa' or sa'. Liyuktaba, li, here the lam is a lam of ta'lil, in order to yuktabu, yuktaba, it makes it mansub. Liyuktaba, yuktab, here, not that he writes, but he is written. He is written, right? Min ibadihi, min ibadihi, from his slaves. Al-Mutirin, Mutirin, those who make witr. Al-Mutirin, right? لِيُكْتَبَ min ibadihi al-Mutirin, so that he can be written from his slaves who make witr. Wallahu azza wa jal witrun, Allah azza wa jal is witr. Yuhibbul witr, he loves odd. Allah is odd, meaning he's one. And he loves witr. He loves one. He loves odd. Right? No, yuhibbu. He loves. وَإِذَا كَانَ يَشُقُّ, meaning to be difficult. لو كان يشق. This is from the same root that we had up here. تشقق. تتشقق. Meaning to crack. But that happens because it became difficult, right? وإذا كان يشق على الإنسان. If that's difficult on a person, right? Can يشق with a ya. I put a dhamma there, but it's with a fatha. يشق. Right? يشق على الإنسان الصلاة. If salah is difficult on a person, raka'at, right? Raka'at. And this is not really correct speech, so it's hard to put the vowels here, right? There's like something missing because he's talking. وإذا كان يشق على الإنسان الصلاة raka'at. If the salat is difficult on a person, raka'at, meaning many raka'at, raka'at here being plural, yutir, yutiru, then he makes witr, low bi raka'atin, bi raka'atin. Then he makes witr even with just one raka'at, bi raka'atin, with a raka'at, a single raka'at. It's not say the word single here is not here, the word one is not here, but the word is a raka'at. Then he makes witr with a raka'at, meaning a single raka'at. فَأَحَبُّ الْأَعْمَالِ. So the most beloved actions, ilallahi, to Allah, أدومها وإن قل. Right? أدومها from dal waw mean dawam, meaning something that's consistent and all the time. أدومها here is superlative, right? Meaning the most consistent of them. Those are the most beloved deeds to Allah, the ones that are done the most consistently. وَإِن قَلْ, even if they were little, even if they were few. وَيَغْتَنِمُوا from ghain noon mim. Ghanam is like it can be animals, right? It could be ghanam can be like sheep and cattle. Here yaghtanimu, basically the Muslim, he takes advantage of, like sheep, like you in hunting or something, right? You take it, maybe you hunt it, you hunt it. Yaghtanimu al-Muslim, the Muslim, he takes advantage of as-sa'at al-azima, he takes advantage of the tremendous or the great hour. Allati, which, fiha, is in it, nuzulu, the coming down, the descending of the Rabb, of the Lord, Azza wa Jal, fi akhiri al-layl, in the last part of the night. Right? Akhiri al-layl. Akhir is normally mamnu min as-sarf. However, because it is mudaf here, it can take the kasra. فَيَسْأَلُهُ, so he asks him in the last part of the night. فَيَسْأَلُهُ, he asks him. وَهُوَ الْقَائِلُ, and he is the sayer. He is the one who says. وَاسْأَلُوا اللَّهَ مِنْ فَضْلِهِ, ask Allah from his favors. وَاسْأَلُوا, this is plural, and ask Allah min fadlihi. Kulla, ask what? Kulla, every, ma tatamanna, ud'u, tatamanna. Yes. Ask what? Ask maf'ulun bihi. Naam. Mansoob. Kulla. Ask everything. Ma tatamanna. Everything that you want. Tatamanna from at-tamanni, meaning to hope and to look for, to hope for. Ask Allah min fadlihi. Ask Allah from His favors. Kulla ma tatamanna. Everything that you want. Everything that you want. Ud'u bihi. Here it is the word dua. Ud'u. It's a command. Ud'u bihi. Then make dua for it. Make dua with it. Farabbuka. Farabbuka. So your Lord, because your Lord, Kareemun, He is Kareem, He's honorable, He is, generous, right? Yu'tika, He'll give you akthara mimma tas'alu. He'll give you more than what you ask for. Mimma. And there's a shadda on that mim. Mimma tas'alu. More than what you ask. Lakin, however, or but, anta is'al. You. And this kasr here is to show that it is a command. Is'al. You ask. Wa yu'tika. He'll give you more than you ask for, but you ask. And He will give you yu'tika bi'idhnillah fawqa, more or above tatamannahu, more than what you hoped for, right? Wallahu yaqulu, and Allah, He says, wa in min shay'in illa indana khaza'inuhu. Right? Wa in min shay'in, and basically anything. There is not from anything. Illa indana, except with us. Khaza'inuhu, are its treasures. It's not treasure here. Khanz is treasure. Khaza'in is the plural of khazana, like closets. Right? A closet. And with us are its closets, meaning the storage of them. It's stored with us. And there's nothing that you can ask for except Allah has all of that stored with Him. Faqat is'alhu. Faqat, only. Is'alhu, command. Is'alhu. Ask Him, subhanahu. Ask Him, glorified is He. Any questions? Inshallah ta'ala, we'll read this the next day because we already went like 10 minutes over the time. We had the problem in the beginning. But we'll read this the next day, inshallah ta'ala, and we'll be just maybe, we'll finish the hadith the next time, bi'idhnillah ta'ala. طيب. جزاكم الله خيرا سبحانك اللهم وبحمدك أشهد أن لا إله إلا أنت أستغفرك وأتوب إليك السلام عليكم ورحمة الله وبركاته